Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie.the.cosmic.sailor, and today we are asking the question, how can you add more play into your lives? So we have 3 groups to choose from. Whichever group you feel drawn to the most, that's most likely your reading. If you feel drawn to more than one group, that's totally okay. It just means you have more than one message here today. So group number 1 is this stack of cards with the opal mushroom necklace. Group number 2 is this stack of cards with the opal crystal. And group number 3 is this stack of cards with the opal mala beads. So feel free to pause the video and meditate on the piles. I will have the timestamps linked in the description box below. That way you can click straight to your reading, and I will see you in your groups. Bye! Hello! If you chose pile number 1 with the mushroom pendant, this is your reading. So the first thing that I was feeling when opening up to your group's energy was that you guys may actually have a lot of nature spirits as your spirit guides. You may feel really drawn to mushrooms. You may feel really drawn to cottagecore. That's something that's also coming through. And I feel like your spirit guides are saying an earthy girly. So you may be really drawn to like greens, browns, reds as well is something that's also coming through. And just the energy of mushrooms, you could have had a psychedelic experience. That's something that's also coming through. But we're going to go ahead and look at your oracle cards, and then we'll get into your tarot. So how can you have more fun? How can you have more play in your life? So we have the orange dragon rewards. Interesting. And whenever I said, how can you have more fun? The actual energy of the reading is how to have more play. So I feel like that was like a Freudian slip. How can you have more fun? I feel like fun and play are directly correlated for you. Is something that's coming through. You can have more play in your life by having fun, by enjoying things, doing the things you love. We have Mercury Mind with the number 3 here, and 3 is a very creative energy. It's the energy of the Empress card. We have Rajas, and I'm going to have to look this card up because I don't know what it means. Let's go ahead and lay out the rest of your cards. You have Transform. I love this. Rise above any situation and become the best version of you. Okay. Transform. How can pile number 1 have more play in their life? We have Friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fill your dreams. Interesting. So I feel like one of the real strong messages how you can have more play in your lives is by having fun with friends, playing with friends, connecting with people in your area. Your spirit guides are saying. Your spirit guides are also saying there could be some coworker who really wants to connect with you, or a coworker who you guys would vibe at the same frequency that your spirit guides may have been encouraging you to reach out with and have fun with. Let's see what else we have. So we have the spider, and it did come out in reverse. So we have number 56 here, which reduces to number 11. Spider, make your dreams real. So the energy of creativity is very strong in your guys' group. How can you have more play in your life? I feel like creating things with a sense of purpose is something that's also coming through. So maybe drawing and sharing your work, or writing poems and sharing your work, specifically with friends, is something that's also coming through. because 3 is also connected to the energy of creativity, and so is the spider. I'm going to look at the Raja's book, or Raja's card in the book really quick, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Rajas. Let me see. Okay, so it's on page 39. So that could be significant. I'll hold the card up. And just look at how that like sun is shining in the background. I feel like that's a message of who you are. You are a shining star. It says, you are in a place of movement, making the most of each day. You are passionate and excited about the task at hand and are pushing the limits of what you believed possible for yourself. Rajas is needed to bring our desires into action, and you are deep in the developmental phase. You have already achieved many great accomplishments because of your determination and more Waite in the near future. However, remember to balance action with rest, otherwise you will lose sight of your true goal in the pursuit of achieving more. Interesting, and you guys got the rewards card as well, and this is all about achievement, accomplishment. How can pile number 1 have more play in their life? I feel like that message of really balancing rest with work is something that's coming through. And I also feel this energy of maybe needing to ground your ideas into the physical world. So ideas that you have about having fun, about connecting with people, really grounding those in the physical world, because we have a lot of imagination, a lot of creativity, a lot of feminine energy here. And even with the color purple, this is related to the third eye chakra. So I feel like you guys don't lack imagination. I feel like you guys have a very creative mind. But there is this need to really ground that energy into the physical world, which is really interesting. And whenever I was reading out of the book, I was actually kind of stumbling on a lot of words. It seemed like my mind was getting ahead of me in the present moment. So I feel like how you can have more play in your life is really grounding your energy into the present moment, coming back to the present moment, because you have such this imaginative, creative energy. I feel like you guys have the potential to create a lot. You have the rewards card here, and with the Rajas, you've already accomplished a lot. You are already a very successful creator, is something that's coming through, but you may need to ground more, become more in the physical world, and that may be why you were drawn to the mushroom, because the mushroom is an earthly energy, and earth is all about grounding, being in the present moment. And your spirit guides are drawing me to the trees, and how the trees, your spirit guides are saying they live in a timeless dimension, because they have no experience of past or future. They're always in the present moment, and so therefore they live in a timeless dimension. And it's interesting because they're also showing me this image of immortality, which is really interesting. And I don't know if trees actually have a lifespan, because we know like trees can live to be over 300 years old, even more, I feel like. And it's because they live in the present moment, because they live in this dimension of timelessness. Really interesting. I feel like connecting with friends in this way would allow more play into your life. So I feel like you guys may be the type of person who is always kind of looking for the next. What can I do next? What can I achieve next? What can I create next? What can I accomplish next? And that is a beautiful energy of itself. But in order for you to have more play and more fun in your life, your spirit guides are saying really grounding your energy in the present moment, specifically when it comes to friendship. So whenever you're hanging out with people, really being in the present moment, really being aware of what you're saying, what they're saying, your breath, your body, really grounding yourself in the present moment, I feel like will allow you to almost overcome. I feel like you have this kind of mind obstacle is something that's coming through, because you have this really ambitious energy in your aura, in your energy field. You may be in the energy of always go, 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 wanting to go and achieve things. And so the advice, how you can have more play in your life, is really grounding your energy into the present moment. You do have a lot of passion. I feel like you could be a fire sign. We do have Mercury here, which is Gemini and Virgo energy. And fire signs are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. And it's interesting with this card here, it says, rise above any situation and become the best version of you. And whenever I think about this saying, it really is connecting me to your higher self. You could say higher self, you could say deeper self, and that self is always connected to the present moment, is always in the here and now. Really interesting. I feel like connecting with nature would be very healing and very helpful for you. And also I feel like connecting with nature will also allow you to embrace this energy of play as well, because, you know, we think about like dogs, even cats, they're always in this energy of playing. And your spirit guides are showing me the cat chasing a butterfly playing in a field. And it's interesting, your spirit guides are also saying this world is here for you to play in. You are an eternal child and you are meant to be playing and having fun, not taking things so seriously. It does have a time and place, and that's why I feel like you have achieved a lot of things, but your spirit guides are really asking you to enter into the dimension of stillness, of quiet, of silence, of being in the present moment. So we're going to go ahead and draw your tarot cards. Let me shuffle them really quick. Spirit guides of love and light. How can pile number 1 add more play in your lives? How can pile number 1 add more play? Okay, so we're only going to take uprights. We have the 9 of Cups. This is about emotional fulfillment. Interesting, and your message is strongly related to coming into the present moment. And with the 9 of Cups, this to me is almost like your spirit guide saying that you already have everything that you need. You can already access the dimension of play here and now. And this card comes with a lot of accomplishment as well, a lot of achieving what you desire, making your dreams come true. Really interesting, and I just saw 11:11 on the clock timer. I feel like your guys' life purpose could be really tied to play, because we have a lot about accomplishment, about rewards, about achievement. Here, I feel like your guys' life purpose could be connected to the energy of play, and your spirit guides are saying whenever you're having fun, it's almost like you're able to achieve more, accomplish more, go further. We'll put that right there. Actually, we only have 4 cards, so we'll move it in a little bit. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups. Interesting. I feel like this card is really tied to nourishment, nourishing yourself, taking care of your needs is something that's also coming through. And your spirit guides are saying it's not a waste of time to make sure that you are emotionally stable, to make sure that you are taken care of, to make sure that you are nourished. I feel like you guys have a really strong sense of service, a strong sense of responsibility when it comes to helping others. And this is why I feel like your life purpose is tied to play, because when you can have fun in this energy of service, it almost allows for this more expansive energy. Really interesting. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. And your spirit guides were actually singing that song. It's like, you've got what I need. And I feel like that message is, I feel like that's them saying that you have everything that you need. Because I feel like you guys are, you could have Capricorn as well in your chart. But I feel like you guys could be very go-getters. But your spirit guides are really wanting you to access this level of service, access this level of achievement from knowing that you are enough, from knowing that you have enough, you are good enough, you are worthy enough. Really interesting. You have the Nine of Cups here, so it's like you already have this available to you in the present moment. And with the Four of Pentacles here, this is giving me a feeling of maybe reaching or grasping out of fear or out of a lack mentality or a lack mindset, not wanting to have fun because you feel like you can't, or not wanting to play because you feel like you have to go and do and achieve more and be more. But your spirit guides are really saying you are enough. And with the Knight of Wands here, this is all about passion. And the same with the Rajah's card, it was about passion. And I feel like for you, how you can have more play in your life really is to connect to the energy of passion. What are you passionate about? And allowing play to kind of seep into that area of your passion. Allowing yourself to have fun within the form is what your spirit guides are really saying. Have fun within the form. So allowing yourself to still go after your dreams and set goals and plan for the future, but not allowing yourself to forget that you can always have fun in the present moment, that you can always access this energy of play in the here and now, because you are enough, you are worthy enough, you are whole enough, you are good enough. I feel like your sense of play is also very connected to your emotions, to your emotional state. And I also feel like whenever you're in this energy of passion, you can access the energy of play a lot easier as well. But I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. And actually, as I am about to do the outro, another message is coming through. I feel like play is deeply connected to your inner child as well. And when you connect to your inner child, you can also access this energy of play. Really interesting that that was coming through right at the end. But I do feel like, okay, now that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello, if you chose pile number 2 with the opal crystal, this is your reading. And I do want to say, whenever opening up to your group's energy, I was hearing that song, Feel That Fire. I think it's by Dierks Bentley. It's a country song. But in the beginning of the song, he sings like, she wants to wear my shirt to bed. She wants to make every stray a pet. She wants to paint her nails black. She wants to ride the bull at the rodeo. And also, whenever I was introducing the groups in the very beginning, I felt like saying this, but I didn't. And it was like, whenever, because, you know, the first group and the third group were the mandala beads and the mushroom, and then this group almost felt like me saying a regular crystal, just a regular opal, regular crystal. But I feel like that's the furthest from the truth when it comes to you guys. And I feel like you guys may actually suppress part of your passion, suppress part of your inner child, and this like fiery energy within us. And your spirit guides are calling me to tell you that everybody has the fire within them. Some people have it more than others. Everybody has earth, water, air, and fire within them, and spirit. And I feel like you guys have a really strong fire energy about you, but I'm also getting this energy maybe as a child. You were taught that that was wrong, or that you shouldn't show that part of yourself. That's something that's coming through. So I feel like the main message for you, how can you have more play in your life, is really about almost like letting go of expectation, letting go of trying to fit in, and allowing yourself to express yourself fully is something that's also coming through. I'm seeing the Queen of Wands, so I feel like you guys could really have strong fire placements, or you just have this strong fire energy about you of wanting to just, you know, be passionate and playful, and you may suppress it, is something that's coming through. But let's go ahead and look at your cards. So we have the artichoke dragon guarded. Really interesting. And with the word artichoke, I was hearing choke out the fire, which is like a saying that people use whenever they're trying to, you know, make like a fire go out. And I feel like that's something that you may actually do to yourself. Or you may do it to yourself because other people did that to themselves and you witnessed that and saw that that was how it was. Or because other people did that to you is something that's coming through. Let's keep looking at your cards. So we have Capricorn. I use number 22. How can pile number 2 have more play in their lives? And we have Kundalini. Interesting. And I'm being really drawn to this lotus flower at the top, which the lotus flower is all about an opening, you know, actually showing yourself to the world. And with the snake, I'm seeing shedding of skin. You know how the snakes shed their skin. There may be a part of you that you have accepted as your identity that is no longer serving you. And I feel like this may have to do with being serious or taking life seriously, that your inner child is really asking you to release in order for you to embrace this energy of play. Let's see what else we have. Oh, I love this. Dare. Take a risk and fly. How can pile number 2 have more fun in their life? Dare. And your spirit guides are saying dare to dream. Really interesting. Really interesting. So we have fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It said that seeing is believing, but in fact the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. So I am getting this really strong message. How can you guys have more fun, have more play in your life? Is by allowing yourself to believe. By allowing the fire within to burn. By allowing yourself to take risks. And I'm also getting this message of almost like giving yourself permission. Granting yourself permission to do things that you actually enjoy. Really interesting. And then we have Parrot Spirit. Watch your words. With the number 45, which reduces to the number 9. And I just saw 459 on the clock timer. So those may be significant numbers that you're seeing. And 22 also, or 4. We have a lot of 4. Repeating 4s, but with the parrot card here, the parrot spirit, this is all about listening to your inner voice, listening to your inner talk. How do you talk to yourself? And actually, I'm looking over here at my incense, and my incense is actually about to burn out. Really interesting, because I feel like that's kind of the energy that's around you, is where you may have a lot of fire, you may have a lot of passion, you may have a lot of desire, and you actually may be a dreamer, but I feel like you've repressed or suppressed this part of yourself for a very long time. And it could have been due to societal conditioning, parental conditioning, or maybe even just the things that you tell yourself. But your spirit guides are also drawing me to say that sometimes the things that people tell us, we then begin to take on as beliefs or viewpoints for ourselves or for our own identity, even if they don't align with who we truly are. And I feel like you guys are very, very passionate people. And that song that I was channeling in the beginning was a song about a woman who wants to do everything. She wants the toy in the Cracker Jack. She wants, to ride the bull at the rodeo. She wants to paint her nails black. She wants to wear his shirt to bed. She wants to be, and that song is called Feel That Fire. So I feel like the message for you, how can pile number 2 have more play in their life, is to allow yourself to feel the fire. Allow yourself to feel the fire. Take a risk. And your spirit guides are saying, take a risk, take a chance, make a change, break away. So really, I feel like for you, how can you add more play into your life really is about letting go of old conditioning that is no longer serving you, allowing yourself to shed part of your identity and embrace something that you actually want to believe in. And it's interesting that you have believing is seeing, because our beliefs create our reality, and our thoughts create our beliefs, and our beliefs create our reality. So your spirit guides are really saying, how can you have more play in your life? Really, I feel like a meditation practice would be very helpful. We do have the Kundalini in this person sitting in lotus pose, maybe meditating in lotus pose, but really allowing yourself to watch and witness your thoughts. What is it that you're saying to yourself on a daily basis? Because those are creating your beliefs, and your beliefs are what you see in the world, in the reality. And it's interesting because, you know, in society, a lot of people tell you seeing is believing, and that's why nobody or people, it's a common thing that fairies actually aren't real, is because you can't see them. But the only people who see fairies are the ones who believe in them. It's the same thing with really anything in life. If you believe in astrology, you will see how it is true. If you believe that astrology is fake, you will see how it is fake. It all goes back to your beliefs, and you may have a very guarded or protective energy around your heart chakra is something that's also coming through, and you may not actually be allowing yourself to enter into this energy of believing in the impossible. And that's the amazing, your spirit guides are saying that's the amazing thing about life, about play, is that you get to make what you want. You get to believe what you want to believe. So what do you want to believe is really the question. What do you want to believe? I feel like listening to music, listening to songs that allow you to dance and move your body and maybe shake out this old stagnant energy would be very helpful for you as well, very beneficial for you. And I also am getting the message, it's like the universe is working in your favor. Everything is happening for your highest and best good. And when you believe that, you will actually see that. Because I feel like you may have maybe inherited a lot of generational trauma is something that's also coming through, or your parents may have been parenting out of a traumatic fight or flight state is something that's also coming through. So they might have been very hovery or very strict on you is something that's also coming through. And I feel like it was maybe parenting out of fear is something that's also coming through. And it's like them being almost like afraid that you'll get hurt, afraid that you'll get burned, because they may have experienced this in their life or may have seen this play out in their parents' life. And that's the thing with generational trauma. But your spirit guides are really saying, what do you want to see? And they're also saying, you are always on the right path at the right time. All good things happen to you. All good things happen to you. And it's interesting because I saw 911 on the clock timer. And a lot of times for me, whenever I see that number, it can bring up a lot of fear in me. And I think, oh no, something bad. Maybe my spirit guides are warning me of something bad. But what if they're actually warning you of something good? Really interesting. It's all based on your perspective. It's all based on how you want to see things. Your thoughts create your beliefs, and your beliefs create your reality. So we're actually going to go ahead and draw your tarot cards. I love this for you guys, and I feel like I was saying in the beginning, whenever I wanted to say about your crystal, I wanted to say regular crystal, but I feel like you guys are anything but regular. You guys are extraordinary, extraordinary, and you guys have a really bright light about you that I feel is meant to be seen. And it's interesting, I'm asking, how can pile number 2 have more play in their lives? And the answer is, you just have to allow it to come in. You don't really have to go out and chase and try and like find it. It is already within you. You just have to open your heart. And you just have to let it in. I also feel like just doing things that you find fun would be very helpful for you as well. So if you feel like dancing, if your body feels like moving, not suppressing that and allowing yourself to express yourself through movement is something that's really coming through. If there's something that you want to do it. And it's interesting because your card that came out was Dare. And I'm seeing like whenever you're a child, you know how we play like truth or dare, and whenever you're told to do a dare, it's like, oh my gosh, like it can bring up a lot of fear, like, oh, I don't know, like how is this going to be received? But when you do the dare, it's always so much fun. And then it turns out everybody just wants to do a dare because they want to do something fun, they want to have fun, they want to play. Let's go ahead and get your tarot cards. Spirit guides of love and light. How can pile number 2 add more play in their lives? Guys, these cards are like flipping right out. So we're going to take all of these upright. We have the 6 of Wands on top. This is fire energy as well. This is about also being in the spotlight, not being afraid to be seen, not being afraid to shine. Really interesting. So let me gather these really quickly. And we're only taking uprights. So I actually want to place this 6 of Wands right in the middle. Okay. So we have the 9 of Wands. This is also about feeling guarded, feeling like you have to protect yourself. So I feel like the same message coming through is release this like guarded energy, let go of this guarded energy. You are protected, your spirit guides have your back. And we have the 4 of Swords. Okay, and this is also about meditation, about witnessing your thoughts, which is the same thing with the parrot here, about witnessing your thoughts and not attaching your identity to them or not feeling like you have to react to every thought. Just let the thoughts come, let them go, and this will really help you. Meditation is something that is a really helpful tool when you're out in the real world or when you're out doing things in daily life and you have a thought come up. You can actually witness your thought and be like, is this in alignment with who I am becoming? Is this in alignment with what I want to express? And if it's not, you don't have to react to it and try to fight it or ask why is this thought coming up? You just have to let it go. And that I feel like is a huge theme. How can pile number 2 have more play in their life? To just let it go, let it flow. Interesting. And I'm seeing the movie Encanto, and the grandmother, how she was very protective over the miracle, over the gift, and it was dwindling the flame. And that was really a theme in your reading. I feel like Encanto would be a really good movie for you to watch as well, because that movie is about generational trauma as well. It's about letting it go, not feeling like you have to protect so hard. And that's why I feel like you may have had maybe like a smothering parent, somebody who was like overprotective over you, or a strict parent as well. We have the Chariot here. And with this card, I'm hearing be the best version of you. And you can be in this energy of protecting yourself. I'm not saying to just completely throw caution to the wind and let people walk all over you. But I feel like you have this energy around you where you know how to not let people walk over you, but you also, it's almost like an imbalance where you are in this energy of not letting play come into your life, not letting fun. And with the 7 of, or with the Chariot here, I was also seeing almost like this energy of like being like a big brother to yourself, allowing yourself to protect yourself, but also allowing yourself to embrace fun. We have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is also about opening your heart. And the Knight of Cups also wears love on his sleeve, or wears his heart on his shoulder. Wears his heart on his sleeve, however the saying goes. And then we have the 7 of Wands. So again, the message, the Seven of Wands, feeling like you have to protect yourself. It's interesting, we have the 6, 7, and the 9 of Wands. And in the suit of Wands, it tells a story, and the 7 comes directly after the 6. And the 7 is feeling like you have to protect your peace, feeling like you have to protect what you earned, or protect what you achieved, or protect what you accomplished. But your spirit guides are really saying, how can you allow more play into your life? By letting this energy go. By knowing that you're protected. By knowing that you are in the right place at the right time. By knowing that you are safe. And it's like your spirit guides are saying, we've got your back, but you also have your back. You know how to protect yourself. You already know how to protect yourself, and you've been in this energy. And now it's time for you to open up and allow yourself to play and allow yourself to be seen and allow yourself to show yourself love and show others love as well. I'm also hearing not take things too seriously. Allow yourself to let that energy of seriousness go. And it's interesting too, because on this card it says, take a risk and fly. And whenever I think of flying, which also you have the parrot, which is about flying, I think of freedom. Freeing yourself. Allowing yourself to be free. And that's the energy of play at its core, is this freedom of expression. Freedom of expression, I feel like, is very significant for you. See if I'm seeing anything else. I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello, if you chose pile number 3 with the mala beads, this is your reading. How can you add more play in your life? Pile number 3. So the first thing that I was actually feeling was maybe allowing yourself to travel, or allowing yourself to take different routes, explore the scenery in your area. If you can't travel, explore the parks in your area. Explore is something that's coming through. And I actually feel called to tell you, I did get these mala beads whenever I was on a trip in Florida. So Florida may be significant for you, or just maybe traveling near the ocean is something that's also coming through, or getting near body of water is something that's also coming through. Really interesting. I'll put your beads up here, and then we'll go ahead and look at your oracle cards. So we have Apple Dragon, Health, and then we have the little ladybug over here. We have Saturn, Truth, with the number 6. How can pile number 3 add more play? We have Tejas. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this, and I'm actually going to have to look this up in the book as well, because I can't remember what it means. We have Hidden Depths. You only see the surface, look beyond, and then the imagery of the lotus flower here as well. I feel this strong energy of releasing worry is something that's coming through, releasing anxiety. How can pile number 3 have more fun, have more play in their lives? I feel like it has to do with releasing anxiety. Also, I feel like with the health here, I feel like maybe exercising could be very helpful for you as well. Allowing yourself to release some pent-up energy within your body. Allowing yourself also to eat healthier foods as well. Because your spirit guides are saying you are what you eat. And this is translated in the food that you eat holds energy. And the energy that you consume becomes the energy that you express. Let's see what else we have. So we have look in a book, and I love this imagery. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. Interesting. Look in a book. And for some reason, I'm hearing Alice in Wonderland. Also, maybe reading children's books is something that's coming through, because children are really inherently in this energy of play. They know nothing else. They only know the energy of play. And a lot of children's books express this energy as well. This fun, silly, goofy energy. And then we have Peacock Spirit. Let It Shine. Number 46. And I just saw 333 on the clock timer, and it did actually come out in reverse. So your spirit guides are saying allowing yourself to be seen. How can you have more play? Allowing yourself to shine, allowing yourself to be seen. And I also feel this strong connection with the color green and the earth. I feel like grounding your energy in the earth will be very helpful. Connecting with the energy specifically of trees as well. Whenever I saw Let It Shine, I was hearing that song. I think it's from the Lorax. They say like, let it shine, let it shine. Let it grow, let it grow. I can't remember exactly how the song goes, but maybe there could be messages for you in the Lorax. And when it comes to plants, I feel like also something that's coming through, your spirit guides may be asking you to involve more plants in your diet with health here. And we have apple. So this could be fruits, vegetables, more green stuff in your diet is something that's also coming through. You are what you eat is very significant. Well, let's go ahead and read the Tejas card out of the book really quick. Number 47. Page 47, that could be significant. Okay. So it says, subtle essence of intelligence and energy, radiant and glowing, and that's the peacock and the apple card. It says, let me see if it'll focus. Your intellect and courage glistens in your eyes. You have a radiant glow to you that reflects your passions within. You are on this planet for a reason and are deeply committed to your higher purpose. You carry a spark of energy that uplifts those around you and are a natural-born leader. As a warrior of love, you are committed to raising the vibration of this planet, even if it sparks controversy. By being your highest self and committing to your truth, you encourage others to do the same. Continue sharing your spark with others who have lost theirs. Really interesting, because I feel like that has to do with the peacock card. Even it mentioned your intellect and courage glistens in your eyes, and that I feel like is having to do with a look in a book. And the apple card, health, is also mentioned here. You have a radiant glow to you that reflects your passion within. Really interesting. And also, I believe in the peacock card in the book, it mentions not being afraid to shine, not being afraid to be seen, not being afraid to dance, even if people may be judgmental or opinionated or not wanting to join in. Because when you're in this energy of dancing, those people who are judgmental will kind of dissolve, disappear, and the people who are wanting to dance with you will also come. It's really interesting. I feel like you guys have this energy of being a leader around you as well. It did mention that in the Tejas card, a natural born leader. And I'm being drawn back to, I remember in childhood, whenever I was in the classroom, something that really stuck with me was one of my teachers said, if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask your question, because somebody else may have the same question. So you may be actually a seeker of truth is something that's also coming through. And I feel like for you, play is really related with knowledge as well. How can you have more play in your life? By learning more, by seeking more, by expanding your knowledge, and also by not being afraid to share the wisdom that you learn. Not being afraid to be seen. I feel like similar to pile one, it's like the energy of play for you is also directly related to your purpose, to your life purpose. And I feel strongly that your life purpose could have to do with public speaking or sharing your voice in a way. And it's interesting because it's like, I'm seeing somebody, it's that message of the peacock again, whenever somebody is dancing in the crowd, and it allows other people to feel safe to be seen as well. And I feel like you have this energy around you where you allow others to feel seen, and you allow others to feel safe to feel seen by shining your light, by showing your true self. It allows others to be like, oh, pile number 3 isn't afraid to laugh and dance and play. And it allows others to feel comfortable to open up to this energy as well. You're almost like a pioneer in a way, is something that's also coming through. Not afraid to start things, not afraid to ask questions, not afraid to do something that nobody else is doing because you know that it's for the benefit of other people. Really interesting. How can pile number 3 have more play in their lives? I feel like play for you is also directly related to your throat chakra, to your voice. So singing, I feel like, could be something that allows you to have more play as well. How can pile number 3 have more play in their life? I'm also getting this message. Your spirit guides are showing me planting seeds. I feel like you could be a seeder, where you plant seeds in other people through your actions, through the things you speak, but also through your actions. Because you are in this higher frequency, because you are in alignment with the higher frequency, it allows others to be like, oh, pile number 3 is doing it, I can too. But also I feel this message with the Saturn here. Saturn is kind of a constricting energy, a constricting card. You may be sharing your ideas with people who don't receive them, is something that's coming through. So planting seeds in infertile ground, I feel like that may be something that you're learning as well, is who to share what with. Because for some people, for example, yoga, exercise, some people, by sharing your yoga practice with others, would be inspired by it. Others people may feel, oh, pile number 3 thinks they're better than me, or I'm not doing that, It's really, I feel like for you, about connecting with other people and sharing your voice, but also knowing who to share what with is something that's coming through. Pile number 3. And it's interesting because the mala beads are also a very spiritual type thing. I don't know what religion they're connected with, but they also, like I was mentioning in the beginning, they can help with anxiety. They can help release anxiety, release stress by counting the beads. And so I feel like a strong message for you as well, how to have more play in your life, is by coming into the present moment. And we had that mentioned in the Tejas card just a little bit with the higher self. You could say the higher self, the deeper self, the true self, the self that exists in the present moment. And with hidden depths, this is also making me think of your deeper self. The self that witnesses the self is something that's also coming through the higher self, the self that witnesses the self. And you actually maybe really, I think it's Hinduism, they say the Atman, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but I've heard it before. I've heard the word before. So yeah, I feel like for you, pile number 3, how can you have more play in your life? By coming into the present moment, by knowing that play exists within you. Fun, laughter, joy, singing. You guys really are like a leader. And your spirit guides are saying leader of new earth, a place of higher frequency, a place of higher vibration, where people can laugh and sing and play and have fun and be in the energy of peace, love, and joy. So I feel like you already almost have accessed this energy within, but your message, how can you expand this energy of play, is by expanding and extending it to others. You guys actually may be teachers as well, be able to teach and talk about this energy. Really interesting. And with the book here, it's like students of life, seekers of knowledge. So whenever you are a natural born student, you already inherently have the energy of the natural born teacher within you, the natural born teacher, the natural born leader. So I feel like for you, how can you have more play in your life is really by sharing with others, connecting with others. I also feel like you guys could have really been drawn to pile number 1. There's this message of accessing the timeless dimension within, which is the present moment. Because Saturn is the Lord of time. And when you can access the present moment, you can access the timeless dimension. And so you guys actually may not, it's interesting because I'm getting this feeling because the peacock was in reversed, you may have a fear of being seen. You may have a fear of time running out. But within that fear is actually your gift of being seen, of accessing the timeless dimension. Because time isn't running out, and your spirit guides are really highlighting the present moment, that the past and future are illusions. Because when we can get into this, like, you know, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it when I have this, or when I can access this, or when I'm this type of person. I feel like the book, The Power of Now, or A New Earth, they're both written by Eckhart Tolle, would be very helpful for you as well, because I feel like you guys actually are part of building this new earth. Really interesting. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. Spirit guides of love and light. How can pile number 3 add more play in their lives? How can pile number 3 add more play in their life? Okay, and whenever I was shuffling, I was actually hearing explore, 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 and that was something that I was feeling in the very beginning. And I am seeing the Two of Wands here. And the Two of Wands is also a card about travel. Hearing cultural education, so maybe learning about different cultures by experiencing them firsthand, how you can add more play into your life. And also I feel like this has to do with making a plan for your future, but also while simultaneously living in the present moment. I'm going to put that in the middle because I feel like this is a very key card for you. And we're only taking uprights. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. And your spirit guides are saying, it's like the filled of dreams, build the filled and they will come. And that was kind of the message that was with the peacock. It's like dance, and the people who want to open up to this energy will. Build the filled and they will come. Interesting. You guys may actually be feeling called to create a tarot channel or to create a YouTube channel as well. Your spirit guides are saying build the channel and they will come. Create your channel and they will come. With the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Six of Cups. Again, look at this. It's this imagery of sharing this energy of play. I feel like you guys have already really accessed this within yourself. And now how you can expand your play is by expanding it, extending it to other people. And showing other people, this is what I do for fun. This is how I incorporate play into my life. I feel like play is part of your purpose. It's really interesting. And I just saw 654 on the clock timer. So that could be significant. We have the Eight of Wands. This is about movement. So I feel also this energy of maybe, I feel like you guys may still be attaching yourself to some fears, releasing this energy of stagnancy, allowing yourself to move, allow yourself to get going, allow yourself to start planning and following your plans. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So 2 aces in your reading. Aces are all about new beginnings. And the Ace of Swords is about clarity. receiving clarity. How can pile number 3 add more play in their life? With this, because I am feeling like you guys are a seeker or wanting to learn more, know more, your spirit guides are saying that you already have all the answers. You already know everything that you need to know. And if you don't know it yet, it's because you don't need to know it yet. When you need to know it, it will come to you. And that's what the Ace of Swords is about, receiving this like download of clarity. Knowing that whenever you need to know something, it will come to you. And that can be kind of a trap that a lot of like seekers get into. Like, I don't know enough to share my thoughts and opinions. I haven't experienced enough. I haven't seen enough. I haven't read enough books. But because you are a seeker, you already have this energy naturally inherent in you. You probably are always going to be wanting to learn and wanting to expand your education is something that's coming through. So don't feel like you don't know enough to share the things. Because I feel because you have this love of learning, you're always going to want to learn more. But you already know enough to start sharing. And I feel like you guys actually have this really powerful ability to connect with other people's inner childs. Your inner child to their inner child. And that's how you can have more fun and more play in your life, is by allowing other people's inner childs to be seen. And allowing yourself to get going, allowing yourself to embrace the energy of movement. See if I'm seeing anything else. You guys are really, really intelligent. I will say that. Really intelligent. And your spirit guides are calling me to say, you know, the energy of play is intelligent. The energy of play is intelligent. It has a natural intelligence to it. It's not about learning. It's not about knowing. It's just about being. And that's, you know, that's really what a lot of Eckhart Tolle's books are about, is being in the energy of being in the energy of presence, of awareness, of now, the power of this present moment. And they're drawing me back. There's something that he says a lot. He says, it will never not be this moment. It will always be here and now. And also, whenever you can access that dimension, the dimension of the present moment, you can achieve so many things. You can do so many things. It's like doing without doing. Do without doing and everything gets done. I think that's something that like Taoists say. You actually might have a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, is something that's also coming through. Or you may have a lot of 9th house placements, because that house is about faith, religion, exploration. So you may actually be called to explore different religions as well, something that's coming through. But I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye.